Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday. I hope you're all doing well and you've had a good week. I feel like I haven't filmed for ages, but it's actually been a week, which I guess for someone who is a content creator, that's a really long time. But for someone like me, it's definitely not a really long time. And I actually really miss doing it. I know it's been a week. It's not like this is something that I've come back to after years and years, but yes, I missed not filming last weekend, but to be honest, I just wanted like a little bit of a chill weekend myself, which is exactly what I did. But one thing I did last weekend, which I thought I would film this weekend because I'm feeling chatty, is, and I've not got them out yet, so bear with me. And I am running low because I have mostly eaten them. But it's made these little guys. You know the little Snicker Snacks? Is that what you call them? I don't know. They are so good. Yeah, so I thought I would make those Snicker Snacks with you and have a little chat. So I've been meaning to make them actually for ages, and I think it's one of those things where you see on TikTok and that sort of thing, and they're supposed to be this like healthy snack. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're better than eating a chocolate bar or half a pack of cookies and what have you. But, I mean, the dates are full of sugar. I could do better on my chocolate and go, you know, maybe 90% cocoa. I don't think Whole Earth peanut butter is too bad. It's no added sugar. Oh, actually, this is not too bad. So I think what I'm saying is these are a nice alternative to something that is highly processed throughout. I mean, ignore the fact that that chocolate is definitely highly processed. But also, it's nice to just have like a fun little snack that you've made yourself, and they're so easy to make. And they genuinely taste delicious, so yeah, I'm gonna make some. So I've already got dates that are pre-pitted, and you don't have to use a knife to chop them open, but I am just gonna add a little slit, and then it just makes them fall open a little bit easy. I don't actually know if that's way too far away for you to see, but the other reason that I wanted to chat is because oh, by the way, what you will totally realise in this video is that I am terrible at multitasking. So if I sound like my head is literally in the clouds and I forget what I'm doing or what I'm talking about, or I go off on a massive tangent, that is so classic me. So I apologise, but I hope you don't mind. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to chat to you guys about was my low buy. So in my last video I said that I was going to do a low buy, and I set out what my rules for the low buy were, and I think generally they were not really that strict in a way compared to maybe others that I've seen, and I do recognise that. But I think the reason for that was really the habit that I'm trying to kick is the fact that I don't need to buy lots of clothes all the time. It's not going to change my life. Like, me doing things in my life that I enjoy is what's going to bring me enjoyment in my life, not clothes. And don't get me wrong, clothes are a part of that. They make you feel good, and I don't deny that at all. But in terms of, you know, thinking about the fact that I've got my honeymoon coming up this year, I'd love to eventually buy another house, that sort of thing really. I just spend unnecessarily, and I think an example of that is that a few videos ago I did a little bit of a H&M haul, and it was a bit of a spring new in thing, and one of the things that was in that haul was a like lined with a pinstripe waistcoat. I've worn that about 5 times since that video. I've worn it quite a number of times, but conversely, in that same video there's a dress in there that's floral patterned and I absolutely love it and it's beautiful. Can't wait to wear it, but as you probably guessed, I haven't actually worn it, and part of that is, you know, down to the weather and that sort of thing, and there will be opportunity to wear it. But you know when you sort of feel like, oh, I have to buy this and I have to buy it now. Well, I didn't have to buy it now because I've not even flipping worn it. And I think on the other hand, you see a lot of people, you know, online showing off the clothes that they bought, and it obviously influences people to go out and buy those things, and that's kind of the point. But I think you can quite easily get sucked into, yeah, but if I don't buy it now, it will be sold out later. And yeah, it probably will be sold out later, but if it's not a trend piece and it's something classic that you can wear again and again and again, then you'll always be able to buy either the same thing, you know, like a basic white t-shirt, or something of that nature anyway, whatever the year and whatever the season. Hi, baby. Oh, I've been interrupted by the cats. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think, gosh, I can't remember where I am. Yes, I think, you know, if it's not a trend piece, you'll always be able to buy something like that. And so I need to get into a better mindset of saying, well, if it's sold out, who cares? You'll probably buy something else or find something else that you like anyway. So it's not that big a deal. So this low buy thing was really just to kind of curb a bit of a habit, and I think it has. But what it's probably not done is saved me that much money, and I think that's probably for a couple of reasons. So I think potentially it is because I've spent that money elsewhere, but I haven't really spent that money on other things. I've not spent it on stuff. But me and my husband went out yesterday for like a late lunch and some drinks, so there was a little bit of that. And then actually, to be fair, I've increased the amount of Pilates that I've done over the last couple of weeks, so I spent money on that. I've been riding, I've been to my Spanish lessons, various things like that. So I guess you could say I have spent money on the things that I said I wanted to spend money on. There's a few odd little things that were in my allowed rules that I've probably spent money on. And then, yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to be a little bit more harsh with it. And now that I've got all my dates open, I'm just going to take some peanut butter, and I did use, these are those little goo pot things. I don't know if they're technically microwave safe, but it worked last time, so I'm just going to put this in the microwave for like, I'm going to go 10 seconds because I did it for like 30 seconds last week and it was quite runny and I had to put it in the freezer to cool. Because I think, oh yeah, that's quite runny. And just pour a little bit in. And you can kind of pour as much or as little as you want in. I'm going to start at this end actually. And, you know, I'm sure there are people on the internet that are really neat the way that they do this, but mine end up looking a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but I don't really mind. They taste the same. I'm eating them for enjoyment, not aesthetics. And also, do you not think there's something quite pleasing aesthetically about the rustic look? Or am I just here kind of talking myself into the fact that, you know, I'm justifying that I'm not actually that aesthetic in anything that I do? Once we've got our peanut butter in fact, I'm going to take you over, I'm going to show you. hopefully that was a good shot because I literally just hovered you over. Yeah, so in fact, let's do this. So once you've got your little, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to scream into the camera. So once you've got your little dates with the peanut butter in, you then need to mix a little bit of chocolate. So I think you could make, oh, that's difficult. I think you can make better choices than I have on chocolate. Bourneville is, it's not exactly the best dark chocolate, is it, in the world? But to be honest, it was just the first thing I put my hands on in the supermarket. So let's give the ow, that's hot. Okay, so I'll just leave that peanut butter just to settle a little bit, and then let me just move you up. Ooh. Okay, that's better. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that peanut butter to set a little bit, and what I thought I'd do is go through what I spent with you while I've been on this low buy, which has been for the last couple of weeks now, just for a little bit of transparency. So if you're not interested in this bit and you just want to get back to the chocolate, skip. Okay, so I started this more or less at the beginning of the month. In fact, it was just after the beginning of the month because I'd been to the cinema, I'd spent some money on supplements, and then I started. Okay, so I had a Klarna payment that was due for £27.99. So I paid that, and what I said was that I wouldn't buy any more clothes using Klarna unless a previous Klarna balance was paid off. I've not bought any clothes since then, but I'm just letting you know that I've paid that Klarna balance off. And then I had money for Reformer come out, so that's allowed. I said that I was gonna spend money on my fitness, which is what I did. I had the cat's insurance come out. I have a money box account whereby if you spend money in your current account or on your credit cards and all that kind of thing and link it to this money box account, it rounds up the payments. I think Monzo do something similar. So it's basically like that. So if you spend £9.50 on something, you can choose to round it up to a tenner. So I have one of those, and actually if you don't have one, this is not like an ad for them or anything, by the way, this is just something I do personally, but I find that really helps because I would say that by about June and then again in December, I have topped up money in those accounts. And so what I do is that in the summer, if we've done a bit of a like weekend break somewhere, like when we went to Barcelona a couple of years ago, that was about 500 quid that I had to use and spend while I was there without even having done anything, without having saved, without having tried. And it might be that I spend more money when I'm away, but it's like a good chunk or a good head start. And then I also use it again at Christmas because it works for me. Some people use it for other things, but I find that really works for me and I really like it. If I could save more with it, then that would be brill. But I suppose the caveat to saving more with it is that in order to save, it's reliant on you spending. So you also don't want to spend. One thing I did spend money on, which I'm comfortable with, was £18.98, and it was on basically the strap for this smartwatch, for my Fitbit. And the reason that I bought it is because I've got the rubber ones or the silicone ones that come with it, but they get quite, sorry to be gross, but like sweaty and dirty and scummy, and it's actually caused like a dry patch on my skin. And so I thought, whilst those ones are helpful for me to wear if I'm running or riding and that sort of thing, just in the day I'd prefer to have something like this. And if I also don't want to wear a dressy watch but I don't want like a rubber strap, this is just quite simple. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's not the best quality thing in the world or the nicest strap in the world, but I think it's quite nice for. What else have I spent? So I spent 50, 80, 90. So I spent £90 on dinner and drinks, which is not an insignificant amount of money. And I made the point in my low buy video where I said, that's about ready to use now. And I made the point in my low buy video where I said that I wouldn't stop myself from doing those kinds of things, but the thing that we need to bear in mind when doing those things is, was that a worthwhile experience? And I think, given that me and my husband lately have been, and I know that I don't have to justify myself on the internet, but this is just me kind of going through the process. Me and my husband have been really busy at work lately, and we haven't really done anything like that recently. And it was a bit spontaneous. We didn't have plans. And so we just decided, you know what, let's have a nice like date day together, which is exactly what we did. Came home, fell asleep on the sofa, got up, watched a bit of TV, had some toast and went to bed. So I'm okay with that. And then the other thing that I have spent, which I don't, is probably not really in my low buy, in the sense that, yeah, this is probably breaking the rules actually. So I think I said that I wasn't going to buy anything new in terms of skincare and beauty unless it was like a rebuy of something else. But there was an offer on Skin and Me to do to get their daily doser, and then you get a few other things for free, and all you pay is £3.50. But then obviously going forwards you get your daily doses. I think it's like £24.99 a month, and it's a subscription. I've thought about doing Skin and Me for a long time. I'm fairly happy with the skincare routine that I have, but I'm still getting some problems under my eye and on my eyelid. And so I thought, you know what, for £3.50 to try it, if I like it, great, I'll consider carrying it on. But I might equally just pause it. Yeah, so I will, when it comes, I will do a review, and I'll let you know what it's like. I don't know if this technically counts as an ad, so I'll make it an ad just in case, but I got my own like discount code because of the fact that I'd signed up to them. So I will link that discount code for you to also try if you want to. And then maybe we can kind of go on the journey together potentially. But yeah, that's all I've spent. I say that's all I've spent. There's quite a few spend items in there, but since I started my low buy, the only thing really that I've spent that I could have cut back on, if you like, was the £3.50 on Skin and Me, or the £90 that I spent on dinner and drinks with my husband. So I don't think that's too bad, but you tell me, am I just making excuses? I don't know. Anyway, so I think this has been sat long enough now, so I'm gonna actually bring you over. So I can't quite get you straight on my tripod, so I'm really sorry if this comes out wonky, but now that the peanut butter has just settled a little bit and we've got some nice runny chocolate, all you have to do is drizzle it over. And by the way, because I'm being so scatty and chatty, I realised that this video is probably not really doing any justice to the fact that this little snack is so easy and so quick to make. I'm probably making this drag on forever. And then all I do, oh gosh, this is going everywhere. All I do, and you don't have to do this, I just like to, is take a little bit of flaky salt and just sprinkle like 1 or 2 flakes across each piece. And I say flaky salt, and I do think that matters, and it was only yesterday that I made a discovery as to why this matters, because we went into a bar and I had 2 spicy margaritas, which were just delicious. They were perfectly made. And then I went into another bar and ordered another spicy margarita, and I physically could not drink it. I felt sick. And what I actually think was a bigger issue was that round the rim it was table salt. And if you'd have asked me before yesterday, I would have said, oh, whatever, salt's salt. Like, why do people get so every time I'm trying to close this, it's like dropping out the bottom and causing more mess. Yeah, why do people get so pressed about flipping salt? But oh my God, let me tell you, salt matters, okay? I'm gonna lift you up and I'm gonna say this again. Salt matters. They were disgusting. Well, I say they, I had one and I still drank it, but every sip was like, so yeah, anyway. So, on the Snicker Snacks, did I even say why I call them Snicker Snacks? I call them Snicker Snacks because they're like little mini Snickers, that's what they taste like, which I'm sure everyone knows because this is not like a new recipe that I've come up with. I just feel like I didn't really explain. So yeah, anyway, leave them to chill, cool, solidify, and I need to do this, don't I? So you can see. And then yeah, taste when ready. And like Lupita, and like I showed you before, I have some here. That's so good. So if you're a cereal snacker like me, you don't necessarily want to eat a lot, but you just want the taste of something sweet, they're good for that. Anyway, there was something else that I wanted to talk to you about, but I feel like my kitchen's not the place to talk to you about it. So I'm going to move. Okay, that's better. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and it's skincare related. And actually, is it weird that I'm doing like a food and a skincare video? I said this was going to be chatty, didn't I? Anyway, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not here to be aesthetic and perfect and put together. I'm here just to talk to myself on the internet and whoever else wants to listen. So, has anyone got one of these groom boxes? I think if you've bought anything off like Look Fantastic, and I think some other websites as well, but I actually got this a few weeks ago and I'm yet to try some things, but other things I have tried. So I thought I'd just share with you because I actually thought it was pretty good. And obviously if you like it, then you can buy it again. So the principles of it are that it's founded by, and this is just off their website, they're founded by friends from Manchester, inspired by, oh, it's really echoey in here actually. I'm just going to shut this other door. It was founded by 4 friends in Manchester. It's inspired by Scandinavian principles of design and functionality, which I think you'll see when I show you, because there's like limited sort of packaging and you kind of get what you get. It is what it is sort of thing. They want to make skin, hair and self-care products that are kind to you as well as the world we share. So I can totally see that, and you'll see that in a minute. One of the things that you got in this little box then is a relaxing sleep mask, which is lavender. And the interesting thing, and I think this is on all of their packaging actually. Yeah, it is. It gives a percentage of like how naturally made it is. So this is 99% naturally derived. So it's a relaxing sleep mask to send you snoozing into the night. Wake up feeling well rested and ready to take on the day. For best results, spray your pillow before bed, close your eyes, breathe deeply and sleep well. So I actually took this away with me when I was working away the other week. And I know lavender's a bit of a divisive smell, but the reason I took it away with me is because my husband would kill me if I sprayed that in the bedroom at night. He hates things like that. I think it's great. The other thing I got is a pulse point roller. Roll onto the pulse points and temples, neck and wrists, and apply behind the ears. Yeah, so I'd definitely say that you can smell that that's got lavender and chamomile in. Definitely smells a bit more woody. So that's nice. What else did we get? We got 99% naturally derived melting sleep butter, unwind and moisturise chamomile and coconut. And it says indulge in a few mindful moments whenever you bathe or shower. Nourishing natural butters and oils hydrate and repair as they melt onto the skin, while releasing soothing aromatic notes. And it basically says to break a little piece off into the bath. But if you want to use it when you're showering, then just like, I don't know, rub it across you like a bar of soap. It's quite slippery, but that's just because I guess I'm warming the oils in it in my hand while I'm smelling it. But it smells really nice. If you like, I'd say the coconut comes through more than the chamomile, but if you like coconut smells, that's really nice. This is basically a facial clay mask, clear and cleanse. It's got activated charcoal in it, the ultimate blemish combater, purifying kaolin, Kaolin, kaolin. Anyway, it's got that in it, an activated charcoal, deep cleanse, while an antimicrobial blend of natural oils and vitamin E heal. 2:20 in the afternoon, so I'm not gonna feel a bit bad now actually. I kind of want to show you. Okay, so it kind of looks like you would rub it into your skin but using water, and it'd form a paste, and then you just wash it off. So what I might do is either film again later when I'm getting ready for bed, or test that and report back. But either way, I think brands doing things like this is a really nice way to just get people to try your brand, and they might find something that they wouldn't normally buy. So getting people interested in your brand by saying, here, have something for free and try it, and do you like the smells, and do you like the fact that it's mostly natural ingredients, and that we're cruelty free, or we're vegan friendly, or like this says it's travel friendly because it's so small. If those parts of the business you really like, then it encourages you then to, I'm just going to pop these away, it encourages you then to go away and explore their website and find out whether there are other things that you might like that they sell, which is pretty much exactly what I'm going to do, because yeah, I'm all for something new if it's got extra benefits like that as well. So I think this was worth spending 2 or 3 quid, maybe 4 quid on the postage to get this. And I suppose that's similar to what I've done with Skin in Me as well. It's kind of, look, here you go, try this out, let's see what you think. And it's almost like money back guarantee type thing. You don't have to buy from us again. We'll give it you cheap now, and if you don't like it, you don't have to buy from us again. But let us show you that we can help you invest in better choices or better skincare for you. So I think that's a nice thing. So I think I'm going to stop talking because I've chatted far too long today. I think I just needed to like let off some steam and speak out what's going on in my brain, which is not that much. It's just whirring around rubbish. But what I am going to do this afternoon is I'm going to just run a few errands in the house. I really need to repot my peas and my broccoli. And then just chill this evening. The husband is working away, so he's not here, which means I get to eat whatever I want for tea. I get to watch whatever I want to watch on TV, and then have an early night ready for tomorrow. And by the way, I do get to eat what I want and watch what I want on TV. It's just, you know, when there's someone else in the house and it's more of a joint decision. Well, it doesn't have to be a joint decision tonight. So yeah, that's it. And I will see you next time. Bye.